a future, a better life. Promise, passion, shifting light. Closer feeling, quiet night. Promise, passion, shifting light.
The world's longest network of roads, by more than 1 million miles, it's right here, in North America. The one truck, created to take on every challenge those roads can deliver. Right here, the all-new Volvo VNL. Better efficiency, uptime and performance. The new VNL is a leap forward in every way that counts. Years in the making. These are changes you feel, and miles you don't. Every day, every run. It's ready whenever you are for every load, every test, while seeing further, shifting smoother, staying safer. This is long-haul re-engineered, reimagined, reshaped. There's simply never been a truck like it. The most advanced vehicle of its kind. Tackle the biggest, most complex roadmap on Earth, there's one clear answer. The new Volvo VNL, the shape of trucks to come.
On the exterior, a lot of the lines are flowing from the hood all the way back to the sleeping side. We wanted to do the same thing for the interior. So a lot of the lines will wrap through the dash and all the way down into the engine tunnel. This is important because it kind of envelops the control set that the driver will use, and it creates this cockpit feel. In the new VNL, the neck tilt feature on the steering column is very unique to the trucking industry. The neck tilt feature allows the customer to adjust the steering column even more from today's telescoping feature. So now they have more legroom to get closer to the controls, or it allows for better ingress and egress and allows for different demographics that we couldn't accommodate before. We've added a lot of controls to the steering wheel that allow the user to keep their hands on the wheels at all times for a safer environment and to control the information through the instrument cluster a lot better. The infotainment that we've installed really was a focus on adding more features to the vehicle itself that we couldn't provide in the instrument cluster. So it'll replace your radio functions, but it'll also give you navigation and allow you to tether your Android or your Apple phone. We've really focused on a lot of the ergonomics and the way you use the features and the functions. We've added a few controls to the new seats in the new VNL. We've improved the comfort level. We've improved the hip point, so there's more travel. And their controls are enlarged, so they're much easier to get to. And the flexibility and range of motion is improved.
The gauge cluster is completely new. The gauge cluster gives the driver more information than they've ever had before. The color display allows the driver to see critical messages, and it offsets a lot of the monochrome that we're used to from the past. We have designed a storage area on top of the dash. We know a lot of drivers do prefer to have things on top of the dash, and we've got a rubber-lined compartment to keep things from shifting around. The other area that drivers are so concerned about is storage for their drink containers. So we've got multi-function cup holders that are designed to store any number of containers, cups, or beverage items. And if this is not the best location for them for a cup holder, they can move it. This modular rail allows the driver to readjust the cup holder where it's easiest for them to reach.
In product design, one of the goals was to create features and functions that the customer may not notice on the first day or the first week, but over the life of the product, they'll begin to appreciate all the features and functions that we've done inside the vehicle.
A better future, a better life. Promised passion, shifting light. Closer feeling, quiet night. Promised passion, shifting light.
This VNL 760 is an excellent space to spend the night in. The drivers have all the room they need. Drivers have all the storage they need, even for teams.
The new sleeper length meets the specific customer request of having the proper length and also the proper width. So now someone who's 6'2" can enjoy the lower bunk. The Recline Bunk feature is very important to us. It's a new feature specifically for Volvo trucks. It's new to the industry by using a paddle system to operate and change the position of the bunk, so it's a little bit more comfortable. The mattresses are dramatically improved over today's product. We've gone to a hybrid of inner spring and foam. We increased the firmness, the density, and really wanted to allow the customer to enjoy their night's rest.
The driver has the ability to keep their items here, their storage pocket, and all the interface here for features in the sleeper, as well as our new door lock. So the driver has a panic and a door lock feature for safety while they're in the sleeper.
Building on this airline first class look and feel, we wanted to make sure that each step that the driver takes is reduced when it comes to preparing to go to bed. So we wanted to make sure that closing out the light during the day was a lot easier. So we've introduced these shades.
I'm 6'2", and I have plenty of headroom in the upper bunk. It's easy to get in and get out. It's comfortable, so I have the ability to relax in the upper bunk. I have ventilation, more power supplied, so I have 12 volt and USB, but I also have plenty of storage on both sides. The sleeper is designed to make the driver as productive and safe as possible, not only while they're in the sleeper, but when they're back in the driver's seat.
A well-designed sleeper berth equates to a well-rested driver. So at the end of the day, we wanted to make sure that all the comfort and the warmth of the product was there for the user. That way, the next day, the driver can get back into the driver's seat and do the job appropriately.
I think this truck stands out by breaking with the norms a little bit with what is expected of trucks by actually looking at the efficiency and productivity, but doing it in a very, very cool way. We got the inspiration for the new Volvo VNL from motorsport, from architecture, from boat design. We want to convey a feeling of speed and a feeling of power, but also very much of efficiency. We have this line in the side of the VNL to really give this sense of movement to the truck. And it's this facet that goes from the top of the bumper all the way along the edge of the hood and into the side of the cab. It gives the truck a sense of motion, a sense of movement, even when it's standing still. Areas that we spend a lot of time with working when it comes to the aerodynamics are the transition points from front to side, across the fenders, across the top of the hood and the edges of the hood. Also the underside of the bumper to round it off to make sure that the air passes in the right way around the wheels. Clay models are a fantastic tool to be able to evaluate the technical input that we get on, for instance, aerodynamics. We can very quickly sculpt it into the form. We can step back and have a look at it to see that we're still keeping our design intent. One of the details on the new Volvo VNL, which I'm particularly proud of, are the headlamps. We've achieved excellent functionality with fantastic light output. So from a safety point of view, they're fantastic. We put a lot of work into the detailing of the grille of the new Volvo VNL. We really wanted to give it a sense of dignity to be able to carry the new iron mark there in a good way. You will also see how we've carried that pattern through into the air intakes on the side and just varied it slightly. So there's a continuity there of pattern and direction. One of the things that really stand out when we get feedback on our product from our customers is how pleasant they are to drive. Like excellent visibility, excellent roominess, excellent handling on the road. This is something we really wanted to give expression to in the exterior design of the truck. We wanted to feel much more like a car. When a customer first sees this on the road, I want them to feel, wow. I really want them to be blown away by this design.
Having the iShift is a great way to attract drivers and maintain and keep drivers for longer.
As soon as we can get a driver in a Volvo truck with the Volvo engine and iShift, they fall in love with it. As soon as they give that transmission a chance, they never go back. Our new generation of iShift, we've improved the clutch durability. We've decreased the torsional vibration, so it's going to be a quieter and smoother ride. We've enhanced the countershaft brake, which means there's going to be quicker shifting. And we've hardened the range housing so heavier pumps can be hung off the back of the transmission for more applications. So overall, our transmission, it's more durable. It's going to shift more smoothly and more quickly.
The iShift is an important safety feature because it allows the driver to focus more on the trailer, to keep two hands on the wheel instead of paying attention to what gear the transmission is in. They have more mental power to focus on everything around them instead of keeping in the back of their mind, oh, I'm in 6th gear right now, I need to remember that. IC is our new software feature. First time a truck drives a route, IC learns the route and memorizes it. The second time, in cruise control that a truck drives that same route, IC is actually going to shift the truck differently to help save more fuel using the truck's momentum. Going up the hill, the truck's going to avoid downshifting for longer. Avoiding downshifting keeps the RPMs lower, which is more fuel efficient. When the truck comes to the top of the hill, it's going to back off. It knows it doesn't need to keep accelerating and using as much fuel because it's about to crest the hill. And then when it's coming down the hill, the truck's going to echo roll, which is disengaging the driveline to save even more fuel.
The Volvo engine is integrated with the Volvo iShift, and that is really key to the success of our engine and transmission. They speak to each other seamlessly in the same language. Our Volvo truck with our Volvo engine and iShift transmission really is successful in all climates, in all environments. From the hot areas in Mexico to the freezing regions way up north, this transmission can handle all of those conditions.
It's a point of pride for us that the iShift is built in the USA and that it allows the engineers to get their hands on the transmission to continue to make improvements in the future and to be able to have customers come in and see the iShift being built, that transmission that can end up in that truck that they're going to be driving.
The new D13 turbo compound is a driver's engine. They're going to love it because it produces enough power. At the same time, it produces extreme fuel efficiency. Behind me, you're seeing one of the first 2017 greenhouse gas D13s getting ready to go into an actual chassis. It's great because these engines are built in the United States and the trucks are built in North America. So it gives it a certain level of quality that we expect from the D13. The new D13 is 71 pounds lighter than the old D13. Engineering looked at the block and found areas that weren't needed that had extra weight, so we removed it and made it stronger. 71 pounds is a lot of weight over a year's time that you do not have to carry around with the truck. You could also put that extra weight and use it as payload. Turbo compounding is one of a kind in the industry. No one else has it. We placed a turbo compound unit on the side of the engine. It captures that energy out of the exhaust system and then in turn returns it back into the engine up to an extra 50 horsepower. If you're a long-haul customer, if you're over the road, you definitely need to benefit from downspeeding, and the new turbo compound engine is the future of downspeeding. I'm always doubtful about fuel efficiency numbers until I actually see them. And these engines are generating the 6.5%, which is amazing. So when people are doubting it, all I say is buy one, try it, and when you see that 6.5% show up in your fuel receipts, you'll be very excited about it. Your real strength of pride comes from talking to our customers when they tell you they're running these trucks night and day, and they're the most efficient, reliable, best performing trucks they've ever ran. And that gives me more pride than anything else.
Hi, I'm Jason Spence from Volvo Trucks, and this is the New River Valley, Virginia, Volvo's production facility. I'm going to say new 3 times. New River Valley, this is Volvo's new Customer Experience Center, and the star of the show is our new Volvo VNL 760. The Customer Experience Center was just opened officially yesterday. This is where customers are going to get a unique experience with all of our new products, both the VNR and the VNL products, as well as our VHD off-highway trucks. But the star of the show, as I mentioned, is the VNL 760. Volvo has revamped the completely new VNL product line, and the first thing you're going to notice on these trucks is the bold new grille. It's new again, but this Volvo Iron Mark is bigger than ever. The grille is satin chrome. This truck is more aerodynamic than we've ever had before. Gives you better fuel efficiency, and we've got new powertrain options. We have a 13-liter turbo compound engine, and the best thing about that engine, it reaches maximum torque at only 900 RPMs. But going forward, you know, because aerodynamics is so important and styling is so important, you might notice that the bumper on this truck does not have any toe eyes available. But wait, it does actually. See, our designers designed a cover. When the tow eyes are not needed, we actually can cover that area. We know many drivers out there run deer guards or brush guards on the front of the trucks. Now you can remove this cover and easily adapt your deer guard right to the front of that truck itself. In addition, you'll notice the Volvo signature daytime running lights. These are going to be evident no matter what time of night you're driving. You're going to notice a Volvo truck anywhere up and down the road because of these signature lights. This is an LED headlamp, and the best thing about these headlamps, besides how awesome they are at night in driving the light, is that they actually have the ability to defrost and defog. So the LEDs put out heat. There's a cooling fan normally. When it's below freezing, that fan stops or reverses direction and actually allows the surface of the light to be heated, melting ice. It's safety as well as convenience. Speaking of convenience, I know a lot of you out there are service personnel, and drivers have to check their fluids as part of a pre-trip inspection. So what Volvo has done is given you better serviceability to the engine, better access. The older products for Volvo had a hood mount that came up right in the middle here. It would block the access area for your fluids. Now the hood mount has been moved rearward. We've opened up the inner wheel well, and the bumper end cap is still removable. So there's plenty of access to service the engine, to check your fluids for your pre-trip inspections. So everything that the designers have done has been based on feedback from drivers, feedback from service. We listened to you and we brought a product to you that is answering a lot of the needs that many of you have. So the VNL 760 is not only a new number, this is a completely new truck for Volvo. This 760 is a 70-inch sleeper. See, the VNL 670 that you're used to for the long haul was a 61-inch high roof sleeper. This is a 70-inch high roof sleeper. It gives you 9 additional inches of living space in the sleeper, but also it's 6 inches wider in the sleeper. So you have a larger bunk and more storage area. On the outside of the truck, you're going to notice the styling, the windows, the shape of the windows, the shape of the body panels. This truck looks like it's moving when it's standing still. In addition, you might see or notice the Globetrotter package on this truck. Globetrotter is new to North America, but there's a heritage with this name in Volvo trucks globally. So Globetrotter is going to be the highest package available on the VNL 760. Think about it as luxury for the long haul. It's every possible option you would want if you're living in this truck on the road as many times as possible in this sleeper. You're going to have microwave, TV prep, inverter, parking cooler, parking heater, and list goes on, as well as a little bit of chrome and bright work and bling on the outside. So this truck is really going to show well. It's going to be evident from the lights and the way it looks. We're very proud to offer this new truck to you. But I want to show you not only what's on the outside, but what's on the inside. So come with me. We're going to walk a little bit through the Volvo Trucks Customer Center. This is a brand new 36,000 square foot building that's designed to give our customers a unique experience as they walk in here. We have the ability to pull trucks in the building. You'll be able to see your brand new trucks when they come off the line here. You'll be able to go through training here. This is a multi-use facility, and we're very proud to bring it to you. As we go into our living environment room, I'm going to take you through. We're going to turn the lights on here. These are our Cutaway Cabs. Now, the purpose of our Cutaway Cabs is for training so that we can show you as a customer how the environment works without you having to climb into the cabin. So it's real easy. For example, I'm going to sit right here in the seat. And I'm going to show you how the new Position Perfect steering wheel works. So it's typical that Volvo has a foot pedal for the steering wheel. Why is that? Well, if you have both hands on the wheel, it's much easier to adjust it. So you push the pedal all the way to the floor, and you can do the tilt and the telescope of the wheel. Once you bring the pedal halfway up, then you can adjust the neck tilt feature. This is what Position Perfect is all about. It gives me the ability to set the column right in the right place. When I get it right, I can adjust the neck tilt, and now I can see all the gauge cluster right in front of me. It's both for comfort, productivity, and safety, because safety is visibility. Speaking of productivity though, this is one of the 7 new seats that Volvo is providing to you. This is called the X6 level of seat. This seat has a new automatic air release. So if I were to get in and out of the truck, all I have to do is push this. It drops the seat down. It's easy to get in and out. Obviously, I can pull the steering wheel up and I have plenty of access around. In addition, we have a new dampening feature. Because some drivers are lighter than others and they get bounced around in the air seats, you can adjust the dampener, and that slows that rate of travel down, makes it more comfortable. We also, with the new leather seats, we have a heating and cooling effect, a ventilation effect with 3 levels of fan speeds. So these are just some of the features of these amazing new seats. They are so adjustable. This is probably one of the most comfortable products you'll ever sit in when it comes to the brand new Volvo VNL and VNR trucks. Each one of our Cutaway Cabs is configured a little differently. So I'm able to show that the switch layouts might be different. This one has 1 auxiliary gauge. Some of our customers prefer to have auxiliary switches in this location, but you could get 2 auxiliary gauges here. The driver information display is also customizable. So I have steering wheel buttons on the face of the wheel. I can use my right thumb and I can go through the different gauge selections. I can also make adjustments to it. I can check truck data. I can do pre-trip assistant, everything through this right here. So it's highly configurable. I can change many things within the display. We also have feedback sounds. We have color, so that if there are alerts that pop up here, if it's something that's information, it'll be in a yellow color. If it's something that's urgent or a warning, it's going to be in red. So those are just some of the new features, the way that we're bringing safety, communication, interaction between the driver and the truck. We have 21 buttons now on the steering wheel within reach of your thumbs. So there's a lot on the face of the wheel. The reason we did that is for safety. We pulled buttons off of the stalk, we pulled buttons away from the dash, we put them at your fingertips. That way your hands are always on the wheel and you can focus forward. But I'm going to climb out of here. We're going to go to one of our other sleepers. This is the back section of the VNL 760 70-inch sleeper. This happens to be one of our dinette sets. It's also called a workstation. And in this case, the table can collapse. You can spread the cushions out and make that as a lower bunk. This one's equipped with a lower and upper bunk and a telescoping ladder. So it gives you a work environment along with a resting environment. And many of our customers prefer to keep it set up this way. That way they have a dual area in their sleeper. And now that we have larger storage compartments and cabinets, this is a more livable environment than ever before. But I also want to take you over to our VNL 740 sleeper. So the 740 is the mid-roof, while the 760 is the high roof. The VNL 740 sleeper has an optional rear storage area. So these tambour doors all open up to give you plenty of storage. When you close the doors, it's clean, it's efficient, and safe. So we're really pleased to be able to bring this much storage in a mid-roof sleeper. But one of the best things about the new Volvo sleepers is some of our bunk options. Just showed you the dinette set, but this is not just a flat mattress. This is obviously a premium Volvo mattress with pocketed coil springs, but it's also a reclining mattress. The reclining feature on this bunk allows the mattress to go up to where you can sit and relax. In the bunk itself, you can watch TV. If you have other entertainment or devices, pull them out of the back storage pocket, set them up, and you have a full entertainment corridor. You can work back here, but really this is based on feedback from you that we don't always sleep in the sleeper. We use the sleeper to relax, to rest, and this kind of environment is made so it's adjustable to your needs. Those are some of the neat things. We have plenty of lighting. We have HVAC as far as our parking cooler options on this. That would be a control here. Speaking of controls, this rear wall area is now accessible while you're sitting in the bunk, as I obviously am, or resting in the bunk. It's not behind your head on the sidewall. So it's designed so that you can stand in front of the bunk, reach this area, or you can sit in the bunk and reach it. I also want to point out some of our larger cabinets. This is the new 60-liter refrigerator. That's part of our multi-purpose refrigerator cabinet. It has a slide-out drawer with a writing surface, power supply, some drink holder capability, and we have plenty of storage on the other side with foot locker in the storage compartment. We have our TV with storage available behind it, and then also storage on the other side with a microwave, or you can get a door cabinet here. So storage is so important. We know that. We've heard that from you, and we want to bring you the most possible storage as well in the space. And the last thing I wanted to point out is the new shades. So this is an aircraft style shade. So no longer do you have to snap the vinyl covers around the windows. You just close, open the shades to open the window, you pull that lever around 90 degrees, it hinges out. It gives you the airflow even in the mid-roof seat. Finally, I started out talking about seats. We have 7 levels of seats to show you, and this is all shown in the new Volvo Customer Center, but we'll be bringing it to you in shows in the future as well. So each level of seat has a different fabric and some different features. So as I sit in the X2 seat, I'm going to point out that this is an X1 vinyl seat. It is extremely comfortable, but what's so unique about it is the passenger seat has a pull-out refrigerated compartment. This refrigerated compartment is accessible to the driver. Again, this is provided based on responses to what you use in your trucks today. Most drivers that I know that we've interviewed, we've taken pictures of their trucks, they have coolers on top of their seat, in front of their seat, in between the seats. The purpose of this is to help you eliminate that cooler, to provide a clean storage area that's refrigerated. So when you're running down the road, you're stopped, you can reach over, grab your water or whatever, maybe you have medication in this area that has to stay cool. That's what this seat is for. So those are some of the brand new features we're bringing to you, and we're excited to bring more later on as we talk to you. Thank you.